Bitcoin casually sitting at $111,000. And there is minimum and lackluster excitement on crypto timeline. Only with crypto bros, of course, there's excitement. But that also gives me a view of sentiment, overall sentiment, especially from retail. And it also makes me confident that we still have a lot of room to grow. Yes, we are at price discovery arena right now. So the one question I have at the back of my mind is, where do we go next? Where is resistance? This question I'll be answering and looking for further levels in the charts and in the content I have for you today. My name is OP. I'm a prop trader from HashEdge, and I'm here showing up every day to make you a better and smarter investor and trader so you can make money from the upswings and the downswings in this highly volatile market. Let's jump right into the content I have for you today. And the first thing we just do, of course, we have to start bullish. Looking at how Bitcoin has been knocking all the prices from 108, 109, 110, 111. Now we are about, is 112 the next victim? Where do we go to next? This is the question. This is the question we have. And we just jump right into to try to answer this question succinctly and from an objective point of view. Looking at the chart, and we take a big overview of the chart from a weekly perspective, and I've drawn a trend line starting from 17th of April 2023 up until now, and you can see we have had four major points in this chart. One at this level, one at this level, another at this level, another at this level, and another at this level. And these are interesting points whereby we can see what is going on, and it's good for us to look at where the next level is at. And according to this chart and according to this trend line, we are looking at the $120,000 levels from the weekly perspective that would come into resistance. So that is quite interesting for us to watch and for us to pay attention to. Zeroing down and zooming in into the charts, we'll go into the daily charts to look at what the chart is telling us right now. And right now we still look bullish. We closed yesterday's daily candle above the $109,000 levels, maintaining the all-time high that we have just maintained and crossed. So this still looks like we still have a long way to go, but we are still watchful for the $120,000 levels on the macro perspective. We are, of course, we'll be expecting the EMA 200 and the MA 200 and the MA 50 to still come up to this to catch up with the price action. So that will be interesting to see. Volume is still lackluster. We still remain on the RSI above the overbought territory, but we are watching this and looking for further pullback into the $110 to maintain and to confirm that support before we go back upside. So we should be looking at this. What I should be expecting, or what I'm expecting, is a movement something like this. We move like this, touch this level before we go upwards. So that is what I'll be looking at. Or I'm looking at, if we break down this level, we should be coming and I will get to the support at 105. Then we cannot forget we have a major psychological resistance and at $100,000 level. So if we break this $100,000 levels to the downside, that would be an invalidation of all these bullish theses, and we will have to reassess the whole chart. But for now, we remain above this, so we should be looking for support and for a top. According to a lot of analysts, there's a resistance at the $113,000 levels, which is one to break, and that is also quite interesting. Looking at it from this perspective, And what they are saying is that it is a long-term resistance trend line drawn across all major highs since 2017. It reveals a key technical level that Bitcoin has consistently respected, and it aligns with the 113 mark, suggesting we could see some short-term consolidating or a minor pullback around this area. So this breakout is quite interesting and is one to watch for, according to this analyst from Frontrunners. So this breakout is one to watch, and we have a resistance around the $113,000 levels, according to them. So that is also coinciding with what we also have here at our weekly time frame and at weekly trend line that we have drawn, which is saying that, which is somewhere around this level. So a $113,000 level will be around this level. We expect a further pullback or consolidation around this level, around the 113, around this level, for maybe the consolidation around this level before we see a pull to the upside. So that's what we should be expecting. So we remain cautious, and we remain looking, and we just remain expecting and looking at what, and following the price action, and expecting what, and watching what the price action will tell us and what it will be giving to us right now. So this is what we are doing on Bitcoin right now. We are just taking a wait and see approach to see what, if there will be any confirmation of this support, and if they are going to be pullbacks, there is going to be consolidation around this. But this is what we'll be watching. Of course, today is a Friday, so we'll be seeing what the movement over the weekend will be telling us, and what if there's going to be any major headlines or catalysts that will push the price further upside. That will be interesting to watch. We remain watchful. And just to say what CZ has been saying, of course, for those who sold Bitcoin at 77,000, or those who got in at 77,000 will be celebrating right now. Those who sold at that, the message is clear that it's saying patience pays. And as traders, I just wanted to highlight that, just to come back and to hone in on the point that as traders, sometimes we really have to be patient. Even if you're not in a trade right now, you should still be patient, because the price will still drop back. It still come back to confirm support. At when it confirms support at levels like $109,000 level, if it confirms this support at 100,000, this is now the right time for us to be able to long the market and for further movement to the upside. So this is how, if you want to enter the market, this is the right time, this is the right way to play it, and to wait for it to let the price action dictate to you, and follow the price action, and it will lead you, so to say, to Valhalla and to profits. Looking at Ethereum charts, quite bullish. For anyone that took this trade yesterday, congratulations. I took the trade and I'm in profit right now. And Ethereum was bullish. Yesterday, we came up on a high, so you should be in profit from around 23% profit. And yesterday, we saw this breakout, and we confirmed, we drew these parallel lines, and we confirmed that it was going to break out following the Bitcoin chart. So everything really mimics what Bitcoin is doing, and Ethereum literally pulled this off, and it tells us what is going on. We still see RSI. We are just inches away from overbought territory, so we still remain healthy. So I still really see a lot of room to grow. So like I anticipated, $2,700 levels, we have hit it. We are in profit. Congratulations. We should be expecting further movement to the upside, or maybe a further consolidation since we are in the weekend, or anything that catalyst to move the price upwards. We should be looking for a final support, a final take profit around the $2,000 800 levels. So we should be looking for that. If you're in this trade, well done. Let's go. And I'll just look at SUI, because SUI had a major hack yesterday. But to me, that smells opportunity. And this chart looks bullish. So this chart looks bullish. We look for it. We seem to be at a resistance at $3.09 levels. And we seem to, so once we be able to break out from these $3.99 levels, we should be looking for a further move to the upside of $4 and $4.05. So that will be what we'll be looking at. If we get rejected at the daily close of today, we should look to come back to look for support around maybe the $3 $3.05 levels. So this is what we are looking at SUI. We are not yet in the overbought territory. We seem to be approaching and pointing towards upside in the RSI. So SUI also looks incredibly bullish. For my last chart, I will just go into XRP to see what the XRP is telling us. And you can see, according to XRP, we seem to be also looking very bullish right now. And this is just showing us further momentum, although we seem to be approaching a resistance at $2.46 levels. So once we'll be able to break this level, we'll be looking for a further take profit around $2.06 levels. If we get rejected at this resistance of $2.04 levels, we should be looking for a confirmation of the support around $2.03 levels. So Ethereum XRP is one to watch. Of course, we know, like on Monday there was the ETF the ETFs from the SME futures, and also yesterday I reported, I believe it was Vanek, that has filed for another ETF for XRP. So there's a lot of bullish catalysts going for XRP. We have not seen that yet even translate into price action. So it's quite interesting, but it's something to watch, something to position ourselves in anticipation of the move. So we capture the upside movement of XRP chart and what goes on in this chart. This chart is actually XRP is one coin that is very interesting and very lucrative and very profitable to be able to make money from the upswings and the downswings. So this is one to watch. We go back into Bitcoin just to watch it. We continue to watch it. We look like this it seems we might be getting a pullback to the $110 levels. So we'll continue to watch this level. So we might, I suspect that we might see a pullback. Obviously, people will be taking profit at this all-time high. So we should be expecting a temporary pullback or a consolidation or a movement to the side. We should be seeing sideways movements maybe during this weekend before price confirms, gives us confirmation of the support at $109,000 levels in anticipation for a move again to the upside for 113, 115, and 120, which is our ultimate and weekly high that we have drawn. Now, just going into fear and greed index, we look at the crypto fear and greed index. We're at 76, 78 levels. Of course, we are getting into extreme greed territory. So everybody's bullish, everybody's greedy. Crypto bros are greedy right now. Everybody's excited, and of course, which brings in greed. So we have to be cautious of this, looking at the sentiment to now start to hone in our greed and to take note that these are the times we should be cautious. Every excitement, every euphoria that we have, we should start to tone it down. And what we should be doing is probably taking profit. Not probably, we should be taking profit right now and locking in our profits. Because at the end of the day, there is no harm in taking profit. No matter how little the profit is profit, and you should take it off the table, and you should lock it in, because it can be wiped if the price action goes against us. Looking at the crypto bubbles and crypto overall market from the overview, you look at everything is bullish at the moment. Everything is green. Almost everything is green. You can see what jumps to us is Altcoin, because they just signed the partnership, and I believe they raised money. So you can see it has pumped 29%. Fatcoin is also high. Fatcoin has been doing wonderfully well. Hyperliquid is something to watch. Brett is also doing well. And Dog with Heart, Bonk, Floki. You can see all these names just jumps out to us. A lot of them meme coins, of course. So we just see all of this happening in the overall space. And right now, another question that we're also asking, which will be looking further over the weekend. And for my next video, I'll be focusing a lot more on that. It is when Bitcoin right now with the price action at 110 levels, and everyone on crypto Twitter, every crypto bro has been calling me and they're asking, when is alt season coming? This is the way the guy's like, he's happy, he's like, oh, then he's like, oh, chill. Let's not be excited too much. Let's chill with, let's wait, let's comport ourselves, because man, we need money to be made in alt season, because all of us know it's only in alt season we can make crazy volatile, we can make crazy money, and that is when the volatility is much more enhanced compared to Bitcoin, the volatility in Bitcoin. And just to end this video and the content I have for you today, Donald Trump is saying the US is dominating crypto, Bitcoin, and they are going to keep it this way. Of course, when the president of America, our number one KOL, our number one, pro pro Bitcoin, pro space. You know, that's the number one KOL we have in this. He's shilling Bitcoin. When he's saying this, what else can we say? What else can anyone say? He's shilling it even to other countries, and other countries will start to buy our bags, pump the price for us, and ultimately get all of us rich. We continue to watch the prices. We continue to watch the price action. We continue to see every narrative, every catalyst, everything happening in the price. Because at the end of the day, we want our bags to remain pumped. We want them to be bullish. We want our prices to increase, and we want to be able to sell and make money. That's why we're here every day showing you this. Follow me, like and subscribe, follow this video, and to stay on top of the market and to be a better trader, better analyst, better investor, and also, most importantly, a profitable one, making money. This is Zero to Ferrari. I'll catch you here, same time tomorrow. Bye.